you guys, this is the jam of the season. Like, this is the jam of the year. Whiskey killed it. Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nelo. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome back to my channel. So guys, today together we are going to be recreating this look, but this is not a makeup video. Basically this is a life update, chatting with you guys, catching up, what's been happening, what's happening right now. My head is full right now and I just need to take off some things, and you know that you guys are like my virtual family. Hope you guys enjoy this kind of content, and if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that by the time you're done with the video you would hit that subscribe button. And to my familia, thank you guys so much for watching, for always coming back. And if you've watched me like 1 time, 2 times and you're yet to subscribe, I beg, help your girls ministry, okay? Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's jump right into the video, okay? Today's video guys is a get ready with me video. I'm going to be beating this face and we're going to also be chatting. I'm thinking of braiding my hair. I haven't braided my hair in a very long time, so I do not want to you know, put any gel on my hair. I've just packed my hair, and you guys look at the situation here. I am team Alaja hair. Back home in Lagos, Nigeria, we used to call this Alaja hair, basically thin edges. So I'm going to fill that in now. I'm going to be using this curtain product. This product was sent to me by a brand, I think a long time ago, probably like 2 years now, and I use it sparingly, so I still have enough left. So basically this is hair follicles. After packing your hair, you just use that to fill up all those thin spaces. You have to be very do this very sparingly because you don't want it to just, so you apply a little and use your hand to, you know, use your hand to as you can see, it's filling out those very thin edges, darkening it up. I'll come this side again. Magic in a bottle, you guys. See how this has, you know, filled up those thin edges. See, you can apply this as much as you can. Me, I like to keep it as natural looking as possible, and so I do not really go overboard with it. I just apply very little and blend it in. It's basically like applying tiny hair follicles on your hair, you know. It's magical, you guys, and I absolutely love it. As you can see, looking way better than it was when I started. So yes, moving on to makeup and chatting. So before I actually go into what I wanted to talk about today, you guys won't believe the convo that I just had with my father right now. Like, I spoke with my dad this morning, and you believe what this man was, you know, asking me. He was asking me, he said, how far now? Gonna dig you now, muchago. Basically, are you guys done with childbirth, or do you still want more? Remember, you have 2 girls, right? So I'm sure you want a boy. And I'm like, yes. Yes, I would love a boy, you know, and we're working on 1 more. We'd like to have 1 more child. So I said, okay, so what are you guys doing about it? I said, we're working on it. And he was like, okay, you need to start checking your ovulation. I said, okay, daddy. He said, yes, you need to start checking your ovulation 7 days after your menses, after your last menses. You need to, you know, you guys need to do it. I'm like, hey, huh? Like, it was so odd having a convo with my father. I said, okay, is that what you do to have a son? He said, yes, if you want to have a son 7 days after your last menses. I said, okay. Let's begin the makeup while we're chatting. So for my makeup today, I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is the foundation that I use on a daily. Usually I mix these 2 up actually. L'Oreal Perfect Match foundation, and I use this in the shade Cappuccino. I mix it with my Estee Lauder because the girl is just trying to make sure that this lasts for a long time. But for today's makeup, because I want to be beat, and usually maybe if I have some special place that I'm going to, I would use just this one, but today I'm going to use just this one anyway, just the Estee Lauder Double Wear. And I have mine in the shade Rich Cocoa because the girl is rich. A girl likes to be looking rich. So yes, like I said, I've been doing my research because honestly, if I had you know, a boy and a girl, look, this foundation is running out. Okay, no, it's not. If I had a boy and a girl, I would not be going again, but the only reason I'm going again is because the husband wants a son. Almost forgot to use primer. So the primer that I'm using is the Becca Ever Matte Primer. I use this primer very sparingly. I only use it on my T-zones. That's the zones where I get really oily. I don't use it all over my face, to be honest, because it's very drying. So I just use it on those parts of my face that are usually very oily, and that's my nose and my head. Those are the places I just also apply a little just here, and that's it. And also a little on my jawline, because these are the part of my face that, you know, gets really oily. This foundation is a game changer. Ever since I discovered this Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, see, I'm not experimental with my makeup. This foundation works for me. Just look at that coverage, and you know what, it gives you medium to full coverage. It doesn't give you skin like / natural coverage. If you want skin like / natural coverage, I would recommend Fenty, but if you want something medium to full coverage, this Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, great guys. It's my holy grail. I always go for it, and it lasts a very, like, it stays matte for a very long time, and it stays put as well. So if you're team oily girl and you want a foundation that will not melt, that will not move, I would recommend this foundation. Yeah, back to the gist. There's this family friend that came to the house, and she was telling me that, you know, if I want a son, that there are things that you can do, that you can monitor your period, you can monitor your you know, your ovulation, and you know when your ovulation is happening, and the last 2 days of your ovulation, that you guys should do it, you know, that most likely it will result in a son. And I also spoke with some of my friends that have sons, and they said that basically when they check back to when their sons were conceived, it was, you know, like a day or 2 days after their ovulation. So I've basically been monitoring my ovulation for some time, and yes, it's spot on. You know, the number of days is spot on, 25 days actually. There's no point hiding it, because I feel like, you know, we're having a heart-to-heart conversation here. So yes, I've been doing that, and yeah, we've started working on it, and yeah, fingers crossed, and hopefully we are going to have a son soon. Please put me your prayers, guys. And those of you who have had sons, please, what did you do? Was there any particular thing you did to have a son, to have a girl? Please share with your girl, because honestly, let me just give this man his son so that he can leave me alone. Okay, let's give him the head to his throne. You know, I don't know the throne that he's finding a heir to, but you know, my husband is just a typical Igbo man. I had no idea. That's the thing that your sister is working on right now. You know, we are working on getting a heir to the throne. And then I was having this convo with my dad, and he was telling me how to have a son. I was like, interesting, because my dad has 3 girls and a son. He has a son as his last born. But if you know this, you know, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you get it right the first 3? I mean, I would have expected that you have like 4 sons since you know when to hit it to get a son. I'm going to do my brows now. For my brows, I'm using this NYX Professional Brow Pencil. I like this, guys, because it gives you a natural looking brow, and that's actually what I've been going for lately. Nothing too dark, just really natural. Also, are you team brows before foundation or foundation before brows? I used to be brows before foundation, but then I just find out that it's just, you're just stressing yourself up, because when you now apply foundation, you still go back again and touch up on the brows. So what is the point? You might just apply your foundation, then do your brows. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so my brows are done. Like I said, natural looking brows. So yes guys, put me your prayers, okay, and also share any tips that you have, because I really want to, you know, have a son this time around. I do know that this is going to be the last pregnancy or child that I'm going to have, and I just pray that, you know, it is what we hope and pray for. So please put us in your prayers, okay? And also if you have any tips, you know, on how to hit that male gender, please keep it coming guys. Give it to me, because I need it. I need it badly. And also pray for me, you know, so that we can have this baby. The makeup I'm going for today is just a very simple look, like it's an everyday makeup look. I'm using these Morphe palettes. I'm gonna take this orange base and just use that all over my brows, you know. So now I'm going to take this chocolate brown color and going into my crease. Please be very light-handed, because I think I just went wow. So like I was saying, and even you guys, I know that, you know, like personally, yeah, if I have my way, I'm happy with 2 children, because we all know that, you know, having children in this obodoyibo is work, because it's just you, you know, on your own. You don't have anybody to help you. Although you guys, speaking of help, I just have to thank God for, I think that, you know, sometimes I'll just be like, wow, God, you're awesome. You're an awesome God, you know. And then I'll get cocky and I'll be like, you know, my name is Chinelo, and Chinelo means, you know, God thinks about me. You guys, God definitely was thinking about me when he sent Joanna my way. Like yesterday I was having a chat with my girl, and you know, we're just talking about pregnancy, having a new baby, how to cope. I was kind of hoping that, you know, before I would be trying, because I was hoping that by the whole plan was that towards the end of the year, you know, we're going to try for our last and final baby, and I was hoping that, you know, before then I'll be driving, because you guys, it's madness right now, you know, just not driving and having 2 kids. Now imagine adding pregnancy on top of it. Like I don't even know how I am going to do it. But you know, just having that conversation with her, and you know, generally this my friend, this babe Joanna, I don't know if you're watching this video, you know, girl, she's been so helpful. You know, you know, you just have some friends that are just, she's the nicest. She's so nice, honestly, you guys, so nice. And you know, and she just made me feel not so alone. Like, you know, if you ever need, like if I ever need Joanna, if I ever need this babe to help me out with anything, like I don't even need to ask, and she's volunteering, and it just tears me up, you know. It just makes me really emotional, because especially when it comes to friendship, I feel like, you know, I've never really, most times I have friends that, do you know, I had a friend one time that me and the hobby we needed to go for a Christmas party, and I needed someone to stay. That was when I had just Nonye, and I needed someone. The minor that was supposed to stay with Nonye bailed out on me, so I needed someone urgently. And I had a friend who charged me, you know, to stay with my daughter for a night. A friend, yes. And you know, and she was saying to me that, you know, if it was something, if it was an emergency, or you know, something, I would be happy to, you know, I can cover. But you guys just want to go and have fun, so you don't want your friends to go and have fun, you know. You don't think that I deserve to have fun, and this is a single friend of mine, you know. So yeah, that's how I've not really, like, you know, so to have a friend who is always there for you, you know, goes over and beyond, you know, it's a blessing to me. Like I do not take it lightly. I do not take it lightly. I count it as a blessing. Like, yeah, one of the things that, you know, has really been scaring me about having this extra baby is that extra help. But I feel so much better now, you know, just thinking about it. And hopefully, you know, before the pregnancy comes and before we go deep, maybe hopefully your girl, fingers crossed, your girl would pass her, would start driving, you know, and pass the driving license and pass my driving test. I'm really hoping, you guys. There's just so many things to do right now. Hey, God help me, oh help me, God help me, because already such a struggle just with my two girls. It's hard, you guys, it's hard. And especially, you know, with my second child, you know, again, that brings me to something that this conversation that I was having with my friend the other day. You know, children, sometimes it's not what we do, you know, that make children turn out the way they turn out. Honestly, it's just the child. It's just the child. I remember like, I have two girls and I'm not doing anything differently, and one is fine, and you know, the other one, she's fine as well, but it's tougher with, especially I'm talking about sleeping now. Me and Zizi, it's a struggle to create a sleep routine for Sikora. It's so hard, you guys. So I'm going to be putting my under eye concealer, and I'm using the Rimmel London concealer, and this one is in the shade 9190. I'm going to link everything that I'm using in the description box below in case anyone is interested. So it's been such a struggle creating a sleep routine, and as a mother, as a parent, you know that if you want to have a life, if you want to do anything with yourself, you need to have a sleep routine for your children so that they can go to bed. You know, you put them to bed and then you can plan yourself. Like, seriously, you guys, Zizi has been such a struggle. We'll do it, I'll be happy, I'll think that okay, we've established a routine. Next thing you know, she will flip out of it. Like, some nights she's almost unpredictable. Some nights, you know, I'll put her to bed and she will sleep, and some nights this girl have it for me. You know, with Nonya, that's my first daughter, it was so easy, and I'm telling you, I basically did the same things for these two children. But with Nonya, it was so easy. But with Zikora, gosh, first of all, she wouldn't sleep unless I'm in the same bed with her, and then she's holding me tight and breathing into my neck. That is the only way. But that's when she wants to sleep. That's the way that she will sleep. And then next thing you know, before you know what's happening, sometimes she sleeps through the night, and sometimes she'll wake up and come looking for me. And some nights, you guys, the other night, that was Sunday night, 2 nights ago, gosh, I was crying. Like, I had my plans. First of all, I made sure she did not take a nap during the daytime, because I was like, yeah, I'm going to put them to bed by 8 o'clock. Both of them go to bed by 8 o'clock. I didn't have any video to edit. I didn't have anything. Like, I was just looking forward to just relaxing, you know, catching up on maybe Netflix or TV or whatever. I was looking forward to just relaxing. So everything, I put them to bed, put Naya to bed, read Naya her bedtime story, and put her to bed. Another thing, speaking of bedtime stories, with Nanya, you know, we have this routine where, you know, she takes her bath and changes into her pajamas, gets her drink, her chocolate drink, then we go upstairs, bedtime story, turn off the lights, and she sleeps. The same thing I've been trying to do with Zizi, but guess what? Zizi doesn't care about bedtime stories. I remember when I used to chat with a friend of mine, and I tell her, you know, have a routine, bedtime stories, and she was telling me that her daughter doesn't want bedtime stories, that her daughter will not stay still for her to read bedtime stories. In my head I was thinking, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? In my head I was like, well, it's because she didn't start it early, it's because she didn't stick to the rules early. But these children, they make up their mind. What they want is what they should. So now with my second child, I can totally understand. Like, I'm trying to read this a bedtime story. I'll put her in the bed, you know, trying to read her the story. She will want to grab the book from me. She wants to read the story herself. Or sometimes I will be reading the story, she'll go and switch off the lights. Like, yes, that's it. That's how bad it is. Like, she doesn't want it. She doesn't want it. She can start crying when I'm trying to read the bedtime story. So if she's crying, who am I there reading story to? So now I'm going to set the concealer. I'm not going to set for long though. And I use the SACHA Buttercup concealer. Yeah, so while that is setting, I'm not going to set for long. While that is setting, let me finish up my eye makeup. So I'm going to be going in with this red here. I'm going to use my hand really, and you know, just take a good amount and just pop that on my lid here. I'm gonna dust that off. I probably left it on for like 5 minutes, so never up to 5 minutes. I'm gonna dust that out because I don't want it to set too much. I don't like to bake. I just set and take it off. Children are a blessing, you guys, and now God they give and now God they take care of. But when you live in the obodo yibo, man, to have children, your heart will be cutting because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of responsibility, you know, school runs, everything, the sleepless nights, everything, and you are doing it alone. In our place, we used to say that it takes a village to raise a child, but when you are here, you are doing it all by yourself, especially when you have no family members here. Like even the white people, you know, they have their family members, they have their mother, their grandmother, their mothers, their fathers, grandparents, everybody comes together to help. But here you are on your own, you're doing every single thing on your own, so it's hard. And yeah, speaking of this is I want to line my eyes and I cannot talk while I'm doing that, so you guys won't believe what just happened to me now. So first time I'm buying these sosu lashes from Primark. I actually went to Primark this morning and I picked this up, and you guys, I'm just trying to bring it out of the pack and it broke. What's this now? How am I going to use this now? And I already see I fixed one lashes already. I was just about to do the other one and it broke. Guys, I finally made it work, I think. But please do not ever buy lashes from Primark. If I took that £5 that I used to buy this rubbish to TK Maxx, I'd have bought something really better, and even more than one, do you know, for that price. Like, I'm so angry. I'm so angry. Primark better give me back my money. Let's contour. Guys, not my battery flashing. So basically I need to work on sleep pattern for Zizi. I need to get her sleeping pattern under control. So for my lips, you guys, I'm using NYX lip intense butter gloss, and this is in the shade Peanut Brittle. Now I'm gonna set everything in place with my MAC Skin Finish Mineralized Powder in Dark Deep. So I quickly went down to charge for a couple of minutes, and then also change into my outfit of the day that I'm going to show you guys fully in a minute. Yeah, I really like the makeup. I look really cute. I love it. Hair, makeup, outfit, check, everything looking nice except nails. Okay guys, yeah, so this is it. So basically I need to work on sleep routine for Zizi, because I feel like if I get that on check, then yes, because I don't I don't imagine being pregnant with big stomach and she's still sleeping with me, and sometimes this girl can even kick my stomach. Do you understand all the kind of scenarios that I have in my head? So I really need to work on that, and yes, with the support of friends and family that I've got around, and hopefully we can bring my mom over as well, you know, as the pregnancy. I'm just talking about this pregnancy as if it has already entered, but I'm really hopeful and I'm positive, you know, for my son. I claim it in Jesus' name, amen. Okay, yeah, thank you. This is the finished look. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, for always coming back. And if you like the makeup, please give the video a thumbs up, okay? And if you have also watched up to this point, please hit that subscribe button, and welcome to my family. So guys, let me show you guys my full outfit. So yes, I've got on this white dress, from H&M, and I've got on a vest on it, leather trouser and trainers. Please excuse everything you have going on there. So yes, this is OOTD. Yes, that's the OOTD. Thank you guys so much for watching, and catch you guys next time. Bye.